How much cash do you carry with you? Do you carry any at all, or are you, like a growing number of Americans, more reliant on debit cards and electronic payments? Hi, my name's Sean, and I just paid my rent with my face. According to the New York Post, only 41% of Americans carry cash with them regularly. That leaves many people, myself included, more reliant on versions of payments like NFC and debit cards. But why exactly is this happening? To get an idea of why the US is trending towards cashlessness, we first have to examine countries that have already made cashless transactions the norm, countries like Sweden and China, for example. In Sweden, a country that prides itself in the rapid adoption of new technologies, cash transactions now account for a mere 1% of the total country's GDP. There were a couple of things that led to the drastic decline in physical currency. First, the Swedish government had to pass legislation that allowed retailers to refuse cash as long as they put up a sign indicating that this was the case. Second, many Swedish banks stopped offering cash services altogether, pushing customers to use a service called Swish. Swish works by attaching a customer's phone number to their bank account, allowing them to process all funds digitally. This is quite similar to a couple of services we have in the US, like Zelle or the ever-growing Cash App. Third, the Swedish government had to begin setting plans for a totally digital version of their currency, the krona. This new currency, aptly referred to as the e-krona, is said by Swedish retailers to replace the krona by 2024. What about China? For many Chinese citizens, this transition into cashlessness has taken the form of a popular messaging app known as WeChat. Similar to the money transferring services offered by Facebook Messenger and iMessage, WeChat allows users to connect their bank account to the app and send money to one another via message thread. As short of a time as this option has been available, the adoption has been unprecedented. In 2016 alone, China saw $9 trillion in electronic payments. Compare that to the $112 billion transferred electronically in the US, and the scale of this adoption becomes quite clear. In fact, even the smallest of Chinese retailers and restaurants now use WeChat Pay as their primary method of taking payments. According to many Chinese citizens, apps like WeChat Pay help users more carefully track their spending and budget. With the number of people who carry cash on the decline in the United States, the question of a cashless society becomes more prevalent. Is that something that we're going to see here in the next couple of years? While the US is technologically up to speed for the most part, it's still incredibly unlikely that we're going to be going cashless anytime soon. Remember, 41% of Americans still carry cash with them regularly. While that's a declining number of people, it's still far too many to go totally cashless within the next couple of years. In fact, the US might be one of the last developed nations to go totally cashless. New Jersey legislators recently passed a bill that would make it illegal for any company to not accept cash as a form of payment. Why though? According to critics, going totally cashless in the United States would actually further isolate a large number of already struggling Americans. The claim is that the majority of people who rely on cash for the bulk of their transactions are working class Americans with little to no access to electronic methods of banking. Pair this with the fact that cashless transactions make a user more vulnerable to fraud and lessen the amount of privacy that an individual has, and it becomes clear how much work would have to be done in the United States to be a truly cashless nation. What do you guys think? Would the US going totally cashless be a good idea, or are you more comfortable with the idea of having physical money? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content from us in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see y'all next time.